guys, welcome back to the channel, Nate's Pink Bookshelf. My name is Nate Denise, for those of you who are new to the channel, and today's video is going to be another Tag Tuesday video. This is going to be the Thanksgiving book tag, and I saw this tag over at Heather from Bookables, but she got this from, I think it's called Fangirl City. They don't make any videos anymore, but I will leave links to both the original video as well as Heather's video down below. But there are 10 questions that are all related to Thanksgiving, so I figured I would do this and post this the Tuesday before Thanksgiving for you guys. So we're gonna jump in. I did not look at the questions, so I didn't really think out my thoughts when, concerning these books, so we just gonna flow with it. Yeah, so 10 questions. The first one is Bread. What book is purely fluff and has no real plot line? Purely fluff and no real plot line. I feel like I need to go with a paranormal romance because they normally don't have a real plot line to them. No. I'm gonna go with this one. I feel like it's fluffy and it's comical and I love it. And that's gonna be Hyperbole and a Half by Allie Brosh. This is literally there's no plot line to this. It's literally just illustrations and her talking about her life in a very comical way, and I love her dog. Her dog is hilarious. But that's pretty much what this book is about. There is no plot to this book. It is just fluffy. It's unfortunate situations, flawed coping mechanisms, mayhem, and other things that happen. So I'm definitely going with this one. I originally read this book from the library back in 2014. But my local library had this for sale, and I picked it up because I really enjoyed this book when I read it in 2014, so I'm going to go with this one. Question number 2 is Turkey. What book made you want to fall asleep? Ooh. A book that made me want to fall asleep? I don't even know what to pick. Here we go. I'm gonna go with this one. The Rift by Rachel Craw. This is sci-fi, dystopian, fantasy-esque type of book, but it really was just boring me. That's all I can say about it. It was really boring me, and it really was making me tired, physically, literally tired, and wanted to go to sleep. So that's my pick. Question 3, Gravy. What book makes the whole series worth reading? Wow, that's a good question. The Weirlock Evolution series by Hetty Ivers is literally so I think the book that I'm gonna go with from this series, okay, it's gonna be a tie right now between Revenge of the Wronged, which is book 3, and then this one I think is book 5. Yeah, this one is book 5. Just Like Animals from Hetty Ivers. Both from the same series, but book 3 only because I love me some Alex and oh my god, Melina, Alex and Melina in this. It's the first 2 books are really angsty, and then in book 3 you finally get them doing the do and being all romantic and cute together. But then also book 5 because there's a guy in this book that I can't stand. He frustrates me, and there's a reason why he frustrates me. His name is Raul, and he is the brother of the female protagonist from the series, Melina, and he does some really frustrating things. He pisses me off to a T, but this book is kind of like his redemption arc, and it kind of makes you fall in love with him. So I'm gonna go with either Just Like Animal, which is book 5, or I'm gonna go with Revenge of the Wronged, which is book 3 from Hetty Ivers from the Weirlock Evolution. All of the books I'm obsessed with. They're all 5 stars. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I gave them all 5 stars. But yeah, that's my answer. Okay, question number 4 is Stuffing. What book is stuffed full of action scenes? You know what? I'm gonna have to go with this one, The Way of Shadows by Brent Weeks. I literally finished this book a week ago, and oh my god, the action in this book is mind-blowing. Literally mind-blowing. So I'm going with this book. There's Oblent, Azoth, Kyler, Logan. we stand, we love, and yes, I'm going with this book, this one right here. Just such a good fantasy, such a good fantasy. Okay, so question number 5 is mashed potatoes. What book looked good and then wasn't? For that, I'm gonna go with The Fire Witch by Amber Lowe. This is middle grade fantasy about the djinn, I think it is. Yeah, genies, djinn. And for me, this just is a really pretty cover. I love this cover. I love the cover of the sequel. It's really, really pretty. But on the inside, I couldn't get with it. I think I gave it 3 stars, 3.5, about that star rating. But yeah, this was one that I really, really loved the cover and the way it looks, but the actual story inside just wasn't the best. Obviously, because it's middle grade. The middle grade fantasy that I do read is a lot more action-packed. This one wasn't. It was pretty much 2 twin sisters. One was human. One lived as a human, one lived as a djinn, and switching places by accident. Kings, queens, and yeah, this is the one. Question 6 is Cranberries. What book has the sweetest romance? And for this, I'm going with 2 books, a paranormal romance, and then I'm going to go with a contemporary. So for the paranormal romance, I'm going with A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. This is book 1 in the All Souls trilogy. And Diana and Matthew's relationship and their romance in general was just really, really sweet and romantic and amazing, and I love them. Diana is the last bishop witch, and Matthew is a very, very old vampire, forbidden romance, and I just loved their relationship together within the story. I also did watch the series as well, which was just as amazing, so definitely going with them. But contemporary-wise, I'm gonna have to go with The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang, because Michael and Stella, just, their romance was so sweet. Especially towards the end when Stella started to realize her feelings for Michael. I was here for it all day, every day. So that's the answer. Question number 7 is Corn. What's the corniest book you've ever read? For that, I'm going with this. So it's Never Contented Things by Sarah Porter. I gave this book 3 stars. My review will be linked down below. This book was corny to me. I don't have any words to describe how I feel that I can speak, which is why I said my link to my review will be down below. This tried to do dark fairies, but it was really corny the way it happened. I kind of sort of liked the fairies. Like, it was corny. It was a lot of weird stuff going on that I just, when I think about this book, I'm just like, why? I don't even think I'm gonna, no. Corny. Corny, and read my review if you want to know. But however, I do like the cover. The cover is very creepy. October is feel, but it was corny. But question number 8, green beans. What book is too long and needs to be shortened? Oh my gosh, a book that is too long and needs to be shortened. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to answer that because most of the books that I read are fantasy based, so they're perfectly fine being super long. And then the books that I would like to be long are not long. So Illuminate, by Amy Kaufman and J. Kristoff. This didn't need to be long. It really didn't. I feel like all the extra stuff to it just was like that one scene. Where is it at? Where they did nothing but scream. Like this. Like, why? The black pages were unnecessary to me. Like, they weren't needed. I did listen to the audiobook as I read this, but I was not a fan of this. I think I gave it 3 stars. It didn't do it for me. I didn't understand. I don't know if I'm going to continue on just because, but yeah, this did not need to be too long. 300 pages. You could have sufficed in 300 pages. This book was a total of how many pages? 602 pages. Like, why? Why? You could have told this story in half that amount. That's how I feel. Again, I'm one of the few that don't like the book, but that's how I feel. So that's my answer. Question number 9, pumpkin pie. What book do you read to get out of a reading slump? Any of these books. This shelf here is my favorite shelf. So these are all books, YA books rather, that I've read that I've fallen in love with. So any of these books. Off the top, definitely I could go with A Court of Thorns and Roses. ACOTAR is like literally my favorite from Sarah J. Maas. I started with Throne of Glass. I think I got to book 4 or 5 and then I just never continued on. Because within when ACOTAR came out, I fell in love with ACOTAR, and yeah, I love ACOTAR. So definitely that. Daughter of Smoke and Bone. Yes, let me just move these out of the way. So we could definitely go with Daughter of Smoke and Bone. We love Karoo. We're gonna leave it there. We could definitely go with the folk what is this series called? I don't even know what this freaking series is called, you guys, which is bad. I think The Folk of the Air or something like that. Is that what it's called? It doesn't even have the name of the series in the book. That sucks. I think it's The Folk of the Air. I could read that. The Wrath and the Dawn duology. We love. The Falconer. I could read Alice in Zombieland. The Iron Fae. Splintered. Oh, I could read that. Like, do I have to pick a book? If I have to pick a specific book, I'm going to go with The Falconer by Elizabeth May. I picked this book up from Dollar Tree, I think last year or earlier this year. I love this book. This book was so fun. I tapped it up. It was very, very just funny and cute and sweet and romantic. And there's a lot of orange tabs. And orange hair in this book was comical, and it was everything and more. So when I'm in a slump, I definitely could pick up this book. But like I said, I could pick any of the books on this shelf. Most likely it'll be an ACOTAR book, just because we love Thyra, we love Reese, and we hate Tamlin. But any of these books on this shelf, I would pick up to read. But definitely The Falconer by Elizabeth May. Question number 10 is, dog, cat, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food that you would steal from the table? Fried chicken, mashed potatoes, collard greens, white rice, red beans. I can't pick. I really wouldn't fight over it, honestly. Oh, you know what? Some baked macaroni and cheese with some shrimp in it. I would fight over that. I definitely would. I would not fight over it, but I would steal it from the table. I definitely would. Baked macaroni and cheese with shrimp. Jumbo shrimp preferably, but any type of shrimp in it. So good. Now, dessert-wise, pumpkin pie all day and banana pudding. So, that's my answer. But, that is it for this tag. I tag anybody that watches this video to do this tag, even if you did it already. But yeah, don't forget to check out Heather's video as well as the original creators video to this tag. And I think that is it for now. So thank you guys for rating, commenting, and subscribing. Subscribe if you are not subscribed, and if you are subscribed to the channel, click the bell to stay notified, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.